I'm in here.
My nigga got the crisp audio. Wait a second.
Crazy. Yeah, nigga, this that iPhone 17.
Oh shit.
Yeah, 17.
Oh shit, bro.
How you
Yo,
living, G?
man, I am blessed and highly flavored. How are you?
Highly flavored. My boy is. Yeah, I'm peppered out, man. You know, I'm chilling. I'm at the top of the studio right now, still in business. Goddamn, chilling on the couch, smoking that money
Smoking
tree.
that money tree. On that note, you feel me? You know I do, my G. But I was about to say,
Where you at?
I'm in Brooklyn.
Okay, so
Yeah,
you
yeah.
home.
We home on the prairie, home on the jungle.
You feel me?
The concrete jungle is I'm not quoting that. I'm not. Let me chill. Let me do my intro.
He said, "Let me get out of here." He said, "Key on bullshit." He said, "Key be getting me
Oh, you
piped up."
done know. Welcome to the 10th episode of Money Trees. I am your host, Khufu, Khufu, joined by none other than the Prince of. Now let me check. My guy, Keychainz Hefner.
My dog, man. Yo, thank you for having me. First off, man, for real, you always look out with an opportunity for excellence, literally. And you know I'm behind you 100,000 feet
Man, I
behind.
appreciate you
But
coming on, bro. For real, for real.
yeah, man, I had been checked out. You're actually the first person I've ever got on a Twitter space with or anything. Like I've always wanted to like see, but at the same time, I didn't want people to see me that I was seeing because I didn't know what it was. But as soon as you text me, it was like, yeah, it's like Clubhouse for Twitter. I'm like, oh yeah, I'm on that.
Yeah.
I can do that. Yeah, like I can do this. I'm in
So
here.
my thing with that, right? Because I liked Clubhouse too for a minute, but it kind of fell off just for any number of reasons that we don't got to get into here. The dope thing is like Twitter and Twitter Spaces, it lives elsewhere. You know what I'm saying? Like you can do something on here and
Facts.
then it grows your Twitter profile, which is connected to like your larger brand or your larger world as a whole, as opposed to Clubhouse. It felt so isolated. Like everything that happened on Clubhouse just happened like in the app. Like it didn't really go elsewhere.
Yeah,
In my
for
experience.
sure. Because you couldn't do anything. Yeah, you couldn't do anything else on Clubhouse. Like you just, at least if say something funny as hell, I want to quote you right now. I can get on Twitter and tweet whatever the fuck I'm about to say. That and Twitter, I feel like is becoming the app of choice now after Instagram. Has been doing these crazy algorithms and violations and
Yo,
shit like that.
Instagram is
Like
wild,
Twitter is
man. And
coming
Twitter
back.
is that's you're spot on with that. Cause I used to never use my Twitter, G. Like from 2015
For real.
to probably like right before the pandemic, I was never on Twitter. And then look, Instagram got all messed up because people wasn't outside no more, and the algorithm got extra funky.
Yeah, right.
Nigga smoking that money
Sure.
tree for show.
Hey, chill. This money tree, this $50 bill kicking my ass. Chill. That Benjamin over here
Yo,
talking to me.
Key, man. Oh no, what's
But
up? What's up?
what I was gonna say is like even you giving an opportunity not only to me but like to a whole larger audience, which you knew you could do the whole time. Like you didn't really need anybody to do this. Twitter kind of sets you up for that as well. Instagram, I feel like they're at a point right now to where you can't get the numbers that you want unless it's sponsored. They want to be behind
Yep.
everything. But Twitter at least passes you the mic.
Yeah, you got
Like,
a
look,
chance.
we on here chilling. Yeah, we in here chilling. We ain't had to hashtag shit. We ain't had to pay for nothing. We ain't here talking. This shit is lit. I can hear you 1,000%. You can hear me. It's lit, dude.
Yeah, that is dope. And speaking on the given the opportunity thing, money trees, the whole idea behind this was like one thing they talk about in Web3. In Web3, you could just think about it as kind of like the new wave of the internet. Because I haven't really talked to you about, and that's why we getting on here to see where you're at with NFTs and just the whole space. But anyway, what?
Chill on me. I got like four
Oh look, I
NFTs.
see it. You further along than I thought. I didn't know where you was at with it.
Chill. Yeah. Chill on me. I know that it's not really a lot, but yeah, I'm invested. It's just that with the NFT shit, it's so new. It's like, like a new rapper, it's got to grow on
A
you.
hundred
Like,
percent, and that's
you
what we
feel
here
me?
to explore is like what does that look like for you, right? And the idea is that me and you just chop it up because there's gonna be other artists or other creatives that move or think the way that you do, and you get to be an example for them. because we record this on Twitter
Fact
Space, but what ends up happening is I'm recording this audio, and then we'll post this up everywhere like podcasts are at. We'll post it on YouTube. I'm gonna like share some clips from the videos and all that, so the content, it spreads out, and so.
is is saved forever. That's dope. That's dope
And
as
then you
fuck.
about to have another.
And that,
Well, we're making another NFT because we got the Keychainz Hefner 10 spot.
dude, who the fuck drew that? That shit is insane. Yo, hold on. Shout out to whoever drew that shit. Cause I literally zoomed in on that shit for like 20 minutes, bro, and just stared like, yo, this isn't some app.
Nah, it's
Like
not an app. Not an app.
somebody literally did that shit, and that is me, bro.
Yeah, shout out my
With them
guy Fernando. Fernando be on point.
God,
He's doing all the notes.
God. And that shit you said is turned into an
Yeah, so we're
NFT.
gonna at the end of the episode.
Oh, oh, I'm gonna be turned up, Mama. I made it. I made
At the
it.
end of the episode, we're gonna do. I'm gonna ask you two questions, and then after that, I take that info, and then I make that the NFT, and then that's the one of one, and that's gonna be there forever. We don't know how many episodes of Money Trees there will be, but
Bro, in 2070, we gonna be literally talked about like, yo, you want this? I got this Keychainz NFT that's going, it's rookie
I'm
card.
saying,
It's,
bruh, and that's like what that. Oh no, my fault. I cut you off.
no, you good. you know me. I be rambling. I was born a rambling man.
But to your point, right? Like 2070, being able to look back, I think about how you was literally one of the first people I ever met when I went to Charlotte, and that's like that's been damn. Is that a decade? Yeah, we going on it. We going on a decade this
More
year.
than yeah, I was about to say more than a decade. They doing the 10-year challenge. It's more than a decade. We was in high school, dude, in the
Oh
field.
man, but
That shit out.
yeah, I completely lost where I lost my whole train. It don't matter. How'd you get started in Web three and with NFTs? Like, what was that experience like? Like, do you remember when you first
Uh,
heard about it and what your first thought was?
okay, so I first heard about it. I think World Star had posted it like apes, whatever the most expensive ape is going. This shit hit the map, and niggas getting like 75 bands. I'm like, oh, this is the new scam. Like, okay, yeah,
It's the
like
new lick.
yeah, this is the new wave. These niggas are scamming you on pictures because I was dumb as hell. I'm like, I'll screenshot this shit right now, send it to everybody I have, talking about buy it if it's really hitting like that. But that's not the case. So I was, me, ignorant as hell. I'm like, well, the first nigga that said he bought it buys an NFT, I'm just gonna ask him about it. Like, what the hell did you buy, bro? Like a Google picture. What the fuck is this? So then the first person I asked was Drew. You know my boy Drew from down here.
Yes,
He
sir.
was yeah, bro, he started, that mad scientist. He's literally the man dark of Charlotte. But anyway, he starts coaching me like, man, dude, like, this is not just you screenshotting pictures. Like, this is like if you had a Mona Lisa and you bought the rights to the photo. And after he said that, I'm like, oh, so the picture is just the face of what you bought. You really have high value in that shit, but I didn't know where to start. So I just started small. Gary Vee dropped these 12 books of like basically like if you buy 12 of them, he gives you a free NFT. And Drew was like, yo, I'm trying to tell you everything that Gary Vee drops is gold right now just from his statue in life right now, his position, the way that people listen to him, urban influence. And so I was like, you know what, man, fuck it. I got a couple extra dollars. It's before Christmas and rent. Like, let me throw it in there. I throw it in there. Drew's like, man, we didn't get it. So I'm like, damn, you know what? No bummer. I got my money back. We were on time. We did everything we needed to do. And then he gets an email talking about we got it. So now I'm back in the game. Like, oh, this is my first NFT. Blah 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 blah. And I'm in it, and I'm still holding it to this day because Gary Vee hasn't dropped his NFTs yet. So I'm still waiting to this day to see where my money's going. But that's where I'm at right now. So I'm a firm believer. I believe it.
Damn, that's crazy that you got in on the Gary V piece. So just a little context for people that are listening. Gary Vee put out a book called 12 and a half. And as part of the promotion for this book, he offered up an NFT for everyone that purchased 12 copies of this book, which I think amounted to maybe like 300 US at the time. And that's not cheap, but relatively cheap when we're talking NFTs and in the space. And I saw that promotion going, and I was like, hey, yo, bruh, outside of the NFT value, this is just a hella smart way to promote some shit. Because, I mean, it's Gary Vee. So, yeah, he was going to have a bestseller no matter what. But now you guaranteed to have a bestseller. I was in the Discord chat. I was seeing people buying up 300 copies of the book and posting receipts of that. And I'm just like, yo, this is tight nuts, fam. You can create, and the reason why people were so keen on the Gary Vee NFT, I don't know if he's dropped the 12 and a half one yet. I guess, you're saying that he did it, but he did drop V Friends, which was his first NFT project. And right now, the floor for V Friends is really high. And so I think that played a big factor in people having a lot of hype for this 12 book NFT that he decided to do. But that concept is interesting, right? Because you think about like, oh, all right, so Keychainz as an artist puts out an NFT that may be a limited run or whatever it is, and the record goes fire or the record goes crazy. And then what happens is the next time you decide to drop, you kind of got proof of concept already. People are gonna look at you and say, like, oh, all right, well, what's he coming with next? And then I thought about that Gary Vee thing, and I'm like, damn, bro, imagine you did album sales like that, because everybody be looking at them album numbers and they've gone down like crazy because streaming equivalent just doesn't match up to back in the day, back in our day when Lil Wayne could do 1 million in a week. But all of a sudden,
Yeah,
you got a big artist that's got a following, and then you get, let's say he was going to sell 10,000 physical, but now he offered, whatever the bonus is for it. This is different than a merch bundle because you can't really flip the merch like that. The merch ain't moving. It's not Yeezy merch. And I bet if Kanye don't need to do bundles, but if Kanye did do a
if
bundle,
Kanye did a bundle, boy, good.
that man's first week sales would be looking nuts. Like, and if he made it available too, where it was like straight up, you could just buy it, no scarcity, no nothing. Nah, his thing would look different.
Yeah, on Yeezy.
But
On Yeezy.
but that becomes part of like the interesting value. I think value proposition. I don't know, that sounds a little too corporate, but part of
Oh,
the interesting value, part of the interesting value with it is
the
being able to come
value
up with. Oh, yeah, you cutting out.
I said the value equation proposition. Oh my lord.
Okay, see, yeah, you just chatting shit. um, it becomes dope because I think about an artist like you, right? That's young, starting to make waves in your city. And I've been talking about this, especially on Money Trees, just the idea of finding ways for your fans and the people that are listening to your music early to grow with you. You know what I mean? And it's something where it's like, yo, you pull up to the Keychainz event because you stay touring. You know what's wild? Thomas, who was on the show, the first time I ever saw him perform was at the same venue when you came to New York and performed at. And both of y'all have two of the most memorable fucking performances at that venue for me,
Dude, I
which is
remember
nuts.
that. That was so much fun, bruh. That was so much fun.
You
That literally,
smoked it, bruh.
yeah, yo, with we got. I can't wait till COVID, just wants to relax. Like,
This is one thing I'm gonna say about Money Trees and the guests that'll be on here. Even with my taste in music, it's all gonna be different styles. But I'll tell you, if there's one thing everybody that I'm talking to can do, at least from a musician perspective, is they can perform. I love performers, and Keychainz is no exception. This man puts on a show, like a show, bro.
thank you, man. Thank you. I'm trying to tell you, it's just, bro. That I don't have to be the best rapper in the world to motherfucking stick a scene. Like, and I'm not one of those niggas that's just trying to sign for everything because I done seen, a little couple money trees in my life. So
Yep.
like, you're not finna sign me for no 10 bands. Like that's just not happening. So I feel like with independent artists such as yourself, like especially with just people that are organizing ways for different different varieties to get out, a lot of that independency is hard to promote because nobody wants to get behind something that doesn't have the girth of other people. And that's when we become pioneers.
Yep. I'll say this, right? I really feel like, because we talk about it a lot in like the Web3 music community, and the idea that streaming doesn't pay you your value. And I have to remind people, like, yo, streaming wasn't invented for artists to get their due.
Yeah, of
Like,
course.
that was just a lucky byproduct at most. But you start thinking about being a new artist and having to compete with all this attention. Web3 starts to level the playing field. It doesn't do it completely. There's still a whole lot of things to kind of overcome here. But you can say, yo, my music is available and this is what it cost. Of course, you've always been able to price your albums something ridiculous, but it didn't really have the infrastructure for it. There wasn't really an entire system that would allow you to say, hey, this is what the value is and this is why I'm charging it. It was too far out of the norm, and the norm is starting to shift. So it's dope that Drew put you up or put you on from the actual collecting NFT side. But have you started thinking about what it looks like for you and your music?
I haven't. I'm not even gonna lie. Like the NFT. I'm not gonna lie. It's like a new study. Like it's a new subject. They never taught this shit in school, and nobody ever prepared for it. It just like popped out. So like I would not even say I'm probably like 6, 7 months in the game. Like I don't really understand. I don't. I grasp the subject, but I don't really understand the components of all the way what it is. But I do understand the concept of it giving value to something physical or not even physical, just tangible to where more independency can be owned by rights. Like it's a whole different world of owning things. And I see where it's going, like just with the metaverse and like small shit like that, like even making NFT artist or any artist an NFT artist, it just gives an opportunity. And so I do understand that subject, but as far as myself, like targeting my music and stuff like that, I haven't even looked into that lane of what I could do with it because I'd have to understand better.
For sure. For me, that ownership piece of it is huge. And maintaining your rights in particular is huge. When we were doing some work a few months back, you know how big I was or how big I was on that perspective of it.
Yeah,
With you not giving up your rights for any measly amount of money, especially to people that weren't going to know what to do with your rights or didn't care about your rights whatsoever.
yeah.
So,
I mean,
yes.
like I said, you've never shaded me away from an idea that I couldn't win, or if the idea ended up we couldn't win, you'd always let me know ASAP. And that's what I'm saying. That's just our relationship without the music stuff. It's just like some of the decisions that you think could be great could not be great in this new NFT world. Like,
And you got to have that. There's no, this sounds like product placement, but this has been a recurring issue that I've been hearing from people. And so I was struggling even talking to my family about it because I'd want to send them this resource and I might forget about something else, or like they would have a question and I wouldn't remember exactly where to pull up a certain link at. So I came up with something right at the end of the year called a Web3 blueprint. And it's web3blueprint.xyz. I'm going to send it to you when we get off. And I want you to go through it and just let me know how much it helps you. If it helps you at all, I think it will provide some context. There's still some things that are missing to it. But the idea is that an artist or anyone really looking to get involved in the space can go to this site and have a great starting point to find everything else that they need. Where there's no way for you to go here and go through everything in one single sitting. It won't happen. There's too much information. And so then there's FAQs and a glossary and a getting started guide that'll explain to you recommended best steps. And I'm talking with artists and talking with collectors to really refine it and make it representative of the community at large, not just my own perspective, but at the same time, it's for my people. And my people is a broad kind of statement, but the way I look at that is like anyone whose views or taste aligns with mine. where the blueprint that I'm making is for y'all. It's not necessarily going to fit everyone's thing. It's not going to teach you like how to code and how to make it with in DeFi and Web3. It's none of that. It's just my take, and then ideally the people that are in my community and come across it, their take. So super long ad aside, what do you think has discouraged you most about learning from this space? You're saying it's like a new thing that just popped up. Like, do you not know where to go? Is it overwhelming once you start looking?
Basically, I would like to say like it's not like a teachable item. Like you really have to have someone trustworthy to have the right intentions for you before you can just dive in. Like if you ask anybody about NFTs, either 50% know what it is and still don't know where the fuck they're gonna do with the NFT, or it's the other 50% is have no idea and they're like, yo, I don't know what it's a scam. And then so you're not really in a public place. Like I haven't found a public place to where you could really go get some sensible knowledge. And the person that I am, if I don't know you, I mean, you just have a high Instagram following or you got a blue check. I'm not listening. I'm not hearing that. Come on, let's just be honest. Like, I'm not about to listen to your NFT advice from Joe Smo on the internet, followed by Justin Bieber. Like, that,
That's real though, G. I
that,
think that that's a. Oh, I was losing you.
no, you good. I said that just ain't me.
And that, but that's a lot of people. Like it's hard to establish that trust factor, especially like you said earlier, where most people's first impression is they see somebody spending six figures on a picture of a monkey, and they're like, "All right, well."
Hey, like, come on, bro.
It's like
Like,
somebody just hit a lick on you. Like that's
yeah,
all
wait,
that
wait,
was.
wait. Let me chill. Let me chill.
Please, brother, please chill.
My bad.
So, so yeah, that perception piece of it is a huge hurdle that I don't know how we overcome it, but I don't it's not going to be all at once. It's going to be an instance of more use cases like NFTs start becoming just part of everyday life before you realize what it is. I keep using this example, but it's kind of the easiest one for me where it's like you didn't need to know how mobile phones worked to rock with an iPhone. Like you didn't have to have a full understanding of touchscreens to make this product valuable for you. And you may have not known you were using this type of battery. I'm not even going to misquote what they are. Like I was learning about some type of calcium enzyme that a friend of mine invented when
Adrenal.
she was in college. Well,
Chill, chill. Let me, bro. I'm bad news. See, this is why they can't bring me on the radio station. Like,
I
I be
can't even
saying,
repeat what you said,
yeah,
bro.
no, no, no. We're good. We're
I know,
good.
I
We're back. We're back.
know.
But yeah, no, for real. And you bring a hard point because it's something. It brings like the internet. It's the closest thing to bringing the internet to tangible, like almost
Yes, yes,
grasping
yes,
something. Like
yes. We've
it
never
actually
ever been
brings.
able to,
Yeah,
and that is that's another way to look at it, where it's just like, yo, none of this shit is new. The ability to trade something for something else is not new. Like there are people who have
yeah. The
bought like
bartering system has been alive since humans.
yeah, literally. And there's been hella scams that have come across
Of course,
in
of
that
course.
world before NFTs, before any of that. So yes, there are scammers, but there are just scammers everywhere. And it becomes a thing of when something is really new, people scam you a lot on it. It's like you think about the the Nigerian Prince scam.
You
Like those
look, you feel me, dude?
when Craigslist and email first came
Oh
about,
my
these
god.
dudes were hitting licks.
You were
And not
buying
even say
pictures
dudes.
of a PS4 for $700 before it came out. They sent you a box with a picture in it. Like, oh my god!
See, kids today, they it's obvious to them what's a scam and what isn't. But
Yeah,
like for us, what
back in the day,
we would
no
get an
caller
email.
ID. Oh my god!
You remember the emails like, "Yo, you just won a
You just won
PS2."
25K.
I
Claim
might
it
as well.
right here. Oh my god! 8-year-old me. I'm like, oh shit, I'm in there. I won. Mom, let me get your credit card real quick.
Mom coming down like, hey yo, why the modem not working? It's like
Yo, this shit frying. This
the
shit
dial up
smoking.
was cooked, bro.
Yeah, that's bad.
Now that might have to be a new thing. I'm like, bro, you can't talk to me if you can't make the dial up sound with your voice. You don't even know what I'm talking about, bro. You
Yeah,
ain't never
no
had
cap.
dial up.
Yo, that shit crazy. Or
Oh
yo,
man.
people used to be ruthless. Like, who the fuck emails a fucking virus? Like, what do you mean
Oh
I
my
just
god.
opened this email and now I can't click out of it?
All right, all
Like,
right. See. Now we about to go on a little tangent though, bro, because we was definitely moving funky like that in middle
yo,
school.
because I'm a gremlin. Niggas was gremlins.
Yo,
This
you
was
wait. You
OG
remember?
gremlin.
You remember Two Girls, One Cup?
Oh my god. Three
Yo,
guys, one hammer.
okay, yo, no, that one was actually pretty messed up.
Yo,
But
what's going on? Like, who leaks this shit? This was
but
before GoPro.
no, you remember the Pain Olympics?
Oh my.
Bro, like, oh, your mic cut out.
My
Look
bad.
at
That's
that. The internet is like they. Nah, the internet is like they
the
wild and they
internet.
can't be
Like,
talking
yo.
about this. Nah, I'm weak. Keychainz' mic is really busting
Okay,
though,
hold
bro.
on. Hold on. I'm back in this thing. I had to fix my Wi-Fi. Make sure because
No,
I
no,
thought they
all
were really
good.
hacking me or some shit right now.
Nah,
Hold on.
I was look.
I had to check my
You
modem.
good?
But yeah, I'm back in this thing. But that shit is crazy. Like, bro, they
Wait, no, real quick, because I was gonna make one point on that, just about the you said like, we was gremlins. Is when Two Girls in One Cup and the Pain Olympics used to be happening. We used to try like all the sneakiest ways to send people links and get
get
them
them
to
to
open
watch
it, and
that
then they
shit. Yeah,
compute. Yeah,
no
nah.
cap.
But they started getting to the point, right, where and I'm not gonna say the name of this website because it was like kind of an offensive title.
Yeah.
But if there's anyone born in between like 91 and 97, y'all probably know about this site. And when you would click it, it would open up hella porn windows on your browser and you would not be able to close them all.
You would
Every time you opened one, it would open two more or
you
close
would
one.
have to break that computer, dog.
Yeah.
You had to break it. If your mom was behind you, you had to break that shit, dog. That was the only way. You gotta.
Bro, they got me on my school laptop ones. It was like when they used to bring
Uh,
us the ones in the cart. Remember
no.
you had to have the laptops in the cart and they were all numbered.
Yo, you grab one of your little HPTC, whatever the fuck, black
Yep.
computer,
With the
big
little
ass
red dot in the
keys. Yeah,
keyboard.
real red dot, a little mouse in the middle. Like, what the fuck? We
I
thought that
hated
was the
those.
future. Mouse in the middle of the keyboard.
And I thought it was revolutionary for like a week, and then I was like, bro, this is terrible, fam.
It's
Please.
trash. Joystick in the middle. That shit is crazy. David Bowie was going crazy. I never want to give you up. You
That
click on.
was Rick Astley.
Oh,
He said
oh
David
shit!
Bowie.
Oh shit! And nigga said that was Rick. Yeah, my bad.
Nah,
Shut
the
up.
confidence is what got. But I'll be like
Yeah,
that
no, I
too.
was
Just
really
be
gonna let
like,
that one go by. I was like, yeah, that one sounds right. David Bowie for 5,000.
Double Jeopardy. They're
Yeah,
like,
I
and
would have bet the
Mr.
house.
Hefner, you are going home
You are
with
going to
nothing.
jail.
We've been off topic for a little bit now. But the idea behind Money Trees is I'm surrounded by super talented people, and I wanted to give a platform where y'all could come and document where you're at currently because this Web3 and NFT space is evolving like crazy, and people aren't being transparent about what they do and don't know. Where it's like, yo, a lot of us don't know shit. I say it all the time. Like, I want to have these conversations in public so I can listen back and say, okay, cool. Yeah, this is what I'm talking about. Oh, yeah, I made sense right here. Oh, yeah, I was right about this. Oh, yeah, okay, cool. Like, my homies is rocking. And then when everyone comes back to collect your one of one NFT, it's like, oh, shit. All right. I see what happened here.
Yeah, I'm trying to tell you, this is way bigger than what we think it is. It's just how far you can take it in this world. Like, there's never been a time in history where the opportunities are as broad as this. Like, you can literally take this any route you want to do, and that's
100%.
great.
100%, G. I couldn't have said it better myself. And so on that note, we're going to close out the show, but I got 2 questions for you before we go.
Let me hear it.
All right. The first question is, what is your seed phrase? And now, when you had to set up your crypto wallet, that they gave you that recovery key, and the common term for it, like in the Web3 space, is seed phrase. And I keep telling people that seed phrase is not scary enough, because if you lose your recovery key, aka your seed phrase, you lose access to all your crypto, like all of your currency, all of your NFTs. People could steal it, and there's nothing you could do about it if you lose this phrase.
What is this?
It's the 24 or 12 word password you got to set up when you first set up your wallet. But that's
What? You
the
have to send up a password that is.
oh yeah. Wait, bro. I definitely gotta send you the blueprint so we can talk security. Me and you gonna talk security in the
Oh my
bag
god!
offline.
So I got to pick one phrase.
No. That's the security key that comes
Okay.
with your wallet. They pick the phrase for you. I'm
Holy
saying
shit.
on the show, I'm repurposing seed phrase. So
Uh-huh.
if we had to sum up what we were talking about today and kind of what your approach is to being a musician and being in Web3 and always being smart about your investments and how you're spending your money and not chasing the bag by having to give up ownership. Just a lot of the points we touched on. What would that phrase from you be? It's like, what would the motto to your rainforest be if you was planting a money tree?
If I was planting a money tree, it would literally be. Hold on. Give me 12 seconds.
Nah, I'm weak because Drew just DM'd me and said Key needs help with his MetaMask. I tried a handful of times to get him set up with a bunch of
Yo,
laughing.
get the fuck out of here. Chill on me. I'm trying to tell you, bro. Like I
Nah,
kept
I
it a
got
hundred.
you, G.
I kept it a band, bro. Like I
I
don't really
got you,
know
G.
too much. But if I had to pick a phrase, like what? I'll have to pick like Hakuna Matata or something, man. Like you can't get into this money forest unless you really know what fruit falls from the money tree.
Well, the Kuna Matata don't mean that.
Yeah, well, Hakuna Matata could.
Nigga gave me a whole new definition.
Yo, chill. Yeah, this is the new age Hakuna Matata, bro. Like this is it.
Oh
Hakuna
man,
Matata, pina colada.
I'm weak, bruh. And the second question is, how much do you want your one of one Keychainz Hefner Money Trees 10 note to be sold for? You set the price.
Y'all niggas cannot buy this. This is a one of. This is more expensive than a Michael Jordan signature scraped off his fingernails. This is you can't get this. This is more than a Bugatti. This is all. Yeah, the number we
What's the
have it. We have
number?
we
Tell
have
me
to.
the number.
We can't. I don't even know the number.
Give me a
Like
number.
I can't pronounce the number that it's going for. Floor
No,
price.
no. I
Okay,
don't know. We're gonna need one.
this one's going for $2.2222 million. Floor price.
Two
Floor
point
price.
two
two
two.
point two 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 million dollars. That shit is not going for y'all. Yeah, this shit is gonna have to be sold when I'm dead because this shit ain't going.
Yo, bro. Honestly, I feel like 10 minutes of this episode has been laughing. It's
Yo,
always such a good time with you, my G.
great, dude. I had a blast. I'm not gonna lie. My first time on Twitter streams or yeah, whatever.
Spaces, yeah.
Yeah, this is the best time I've ever had on Twitter. I'm not gonna lie.
So much love, G.